everyone's always thinking, oh, I don't like to photograph in the summer, I don't like to shoot in the summer with a harsh light and all that, but it's fair enough. In the mountains, in the woods, you don't get the snow or you don't get as much fog, but the coast is pretty much the same year round. So if you're ever in a lull in the summer and you're like, oh, I don't know what to shoot, don't know what to photograph, just get yourself to the coast. I'm in Cemlyn Bay on Anglesey now, facing northwest, so it's perfect for the sunset. It's a very calm evening. I've been here before when you've got a lot of waves crashing, but it's still absolutely beautiful tonight. Yeah, stunning.
And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away.
As I was saying, I've been here, I think it was last week, and it was really rough seas. The waves were crashing and there was a lot of sea spray. I put a few images up from that evening we had actually, but it was a really dramatic one. It is absolutely flat calm tonight. The waves aren't really creating much, so I had shots in my head, ideas of images I wanted in this area, because all the rocks are just stunning. They're all kind of jagged in the face into the sunset as well. But I think I'm gonna have to kind of plan it and try and go for a different look. But we should get a few clouds as well. But yeah, I'm sure I'll come away with something pretty spectacular. The horizon's looking nice and clear, so the sunset should be fairly promising. Yeah, still beautiful. So I'm just going to give a few tips really. That's how I photograph seascapes and how I'll get the more dramatic images. I've been doing photography for 5 years now, so I'm hoping I've got a few bits of knowledge I can give. And it's all very subjective as well. There's stuff I might say which you'll think, oh, I don't agree with that, but yeah, this is what I think will help you improve doing your seascapes. The first one, if I flip it around, is breaking the horizon. So if you're photographing a subject looking out to the sea, as well as these rocks look, they're absolutely stunning. You've always got to have some kind of subject in the distance that's breaking the horizon, and it'll finish the image off. I took an image last week from the same location, and they had a really stunning, that's such a nice view. Stunning water motion in the image. Flip you back around. Yeah, really nice water motion in the image, but there was nothing really standing out on the horizon. There's a few clouds, but I felt there was something missing, and it was that final subject just breaking the horizon, which is quite hard to find on the coast, but if you find it, you can really elevate your coastal pictures. I'll show you a picture I took last week, and I'll compare it to one I took a few weeks back in Rossniger, and you can just see, even though the tip of the rock's just breaking the horizon, it kind of makes all that difference for me. So yeah, there's the first one. If you can find a subject that juts out of that horizon, it'll just give that image a bit more drama.
And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away. As you fade away.
Well, second tip, I suppose, don't be afraid to get your feet wet, or even worse. But no, if you're willing to kind of taking safety into consideration, don't be too stupid. But if you're willing to get your feet wet and feel the waves crashing against you, you're likely to get some nice dramatic shots of the waves crashing out of your frame, or crashing into your frame. I took this image in Scotland on the Isle of Lewis and Harris, but as I took it, a wave came in. It was about knee deep, and I had wellies on, don't know why, as all the water just came gushing into the wellies, and I was soaked. I had to literally leg it back to the car after because it's quite cold, especially being in Scotland. But I came away with a quite a nice shot. I think I've put it up. I'll put it up now. But you can see the water approaching, and it just gives a bit of drama to the picture. So yeah, just don't be afraid to get your feet wet. If you have to take your, on a nice hot sunny day, take your shoes and socks off. And especially when it's calm like this, don't be afraid to get in. But yeah, no, it's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, that's tip 2. Another important part of producing really nice seascape or coastal images is arriving early, for a few reasons really. One, you can see what the tide's doing, that's if you've not planned it, but you can see how the tide's interacting with the rocks, and you can find out early doors which compositions will look well. And it'll just give you a head start, so when you get that nice light, you're ready to take the picture. You see here I've got a composition, and you've got these rocks jutting out. There's nothing on the horizon, but I suppose there's no subject on the horizon, but the sun will make up for that. The sun will be in the image. So if that's on the horizon, that kind of makes up, and I suppose it is your subject. As opposed from the image I took last week where there was nothing, it was just clouds. But yeah, if you get to your location nice and early, if you get here half an hour before sunset, or half an hour earlier prior to sunrise, then you really are rushing around, and I've done it myself, and you're struggling to get decent pictures, and you're just rushing around like an absolute headless chicken. So yeah, get to your location nice and early, and you can just enjoy it as well, because it's absolutely stunning on this coast. It's northwest, just past Holyhead, and you can just enjoy it for what it is. You don't even need your camera. Just have a walk around, and well, immerse yourself in the location, because you don't get much better places than this. Especially in North Wales, it's beautiful. Right, probably a clue there, but next tip, make sure you got lens cloths. These, forget your mirrorless cameras, your £5,000 cameras, or your expensive lenses. If you've not got a £5 lens cloth when you're doing seascapes, your images are going to be, you might as well throw them all away, especially if you're getting in and amongst the waves. The amount of sea spray that goes on your camera, your lens, you want even like microfiber lens cloths. I've got one in my bag, just to wipe all the sea spray off, otherwise you're just going to end up with foggy kind of blurry images. I've had it in the past, and you've just got to keep on wiping it. Yeah, if you forget these at the beach, then you might as well go home. Unless you use your socks, your coat, don't think that would work. Might scratch your lens. Not that I've done that in the past. But yeah, make sure you got these, they really help. Just approaching golden hour now. All the light on the rocks is becoming nice and orange. So I'm going to come say this last, my last tip anyway, and then we'll get on with sunset. So you got all the grand vistas, the amazing sunsets, all the dramatic waves crashing against the rocks. It all happens, but just don't forget to look down as well. On the coast, you get the waves carve really nice shapes into the rocks and all the rock formations, as you get seashells and all sorts wash up onto the beach, which can create some really abstract images. I've took a few in the past, especially if the light's not playing ball. Just look, don't call it quits. Go and have a bit of an explore for the intimate shots, because you can find some really great abstract stuff. I've seen some. I'm not the best at it, to be fair. I'm not going to hold my hands up, but I've seen some photographers produce some really amazing work just looking down at the feet. Stuart McGlennon and Michael Chamberlain, I watched one of his videos, and it was staggering images that he took. when you just look down and you're going for the more intimate shot. So yeah, always kind of look for the grand vistas, but don't forget to look down too, because you can find some really unique special images there too. Anyway, let's get on with sunset.
But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away, as you fade away.
Just found an image here, got a nice reflection. This rock pool is completely flat calm, so it's doing some nice reflection of these clouds, which I think are going to dissipate as sunset hits, which is a shame, but it might make a nice start off images here. Again, I've got the rock in the background, even though it's silhouetted, just jutting out, so it's creating a bit of drama to the image on a flat calm day. But yeah, I hope you like this one. I'll put it up on the screen now. Well, with the weather being so calm, it's quite nice here in the waves come in actually. You can see a few seals on the horizon. But yeah, with the weather being so calm, I'm kind of forced to come away from the waves and focus on the rock formations. So I've got this image here. There's like a nice S-bend in these rocks. I think the waves must have carved them out. They look really nice. I'll show you quickly in the video, if it'll let me. Kind of see the composition here. It just looks like a big canyon with a river running right through it, but it's quite an intimate scene. I'm waiting for the sun to come round, and it's going to hopefully cast a bit of golden light on them. But yeah, I'm having to focus stack. I'm not going to go through all that jargon, you know what it means. But I'm having to focus stack just to get everything in focus. So yeah, if this image comes out any good, bear in mind I've got to blend all the images and exposure bracket and stuff, but if it comes out any good, I'll show you now. Yeah, happy with this one. No cloud, no cloud, no cloud, no cloud. Where's the sun setting? Cloud. Absolutely typical. Still being beautiful though. And I think I've got quite a nice shot there with the, I'll flip you around. Oh, zoomed out. I think I've got a nice shot there though, with that little S-bend in the rock. Unless something drastic happens, that might be the last of the photography. But I've took a couple of images. I was hoping for a bit more action in the waves today. It's an incoming tide. High tide's around 11 o'clock, so in 2 hours. So I was hoping there'd be a bit more gust in the water, but I suppose lack of wind. It's very calm day. However, it is a full moon, so I was hoping that'd play a part in creating a bit more kind of drama in the waves. But yeah, been really enjoyable on the Anglesey coast tonight. Sun's just dropped, but we're in this, like, I suppose it's the start of blue hour. but we've got a lovely even light at the moment. And I said before, one of my tips was looking on your feet, looking down into the ground, and you can always try to find something a bit intimate. I've just found a couple of rocks, and there's like the carved kind of like circular shapes into them, and it just looks like a face, quite a grimacing face, maybe an owl or something a bit more sinister. But I really like the image. I've focus stacked it again to keep it crystal, like really crisp. But again, as I said in my tip, it's just always look down on your feet. When I'm on the coast and say the sun's just set, I'll always just have a wander around, because you get this nice even light, especially with the when you get the clouds reflecting, especially if they've gone pink, and that reflected light, subtle light, kind of hits the rocks nicely, and you get something pretty interesting. But yeah, I'll show you this image now. It might be a bit of a Marmite shot. Some people might love it, and some will be like, what are you doing? What the bloody hell are you doing? But yeah, I enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed that little coastal getaway to Cemlyn Bay. As I said, it's a spectacular coastline with so much potential. I've been here 3 or 4 times now, and I keep coming hoping for the optimal conditions. I still get to find them, but that's the benefit of coming to such a place. So, and I hope the tips I give you weren't too clickbaity and tips that I've kind of experienced over the years. So I hope you took something from that as well. I'm going to head back now. It's clear skies, we're in summer. There could be potential for noctilucent clouds, which I'll keep an eye on the way home, as well as the road, of course. Yes, always keeping my eye on the road when I'm going past spectacular scenery. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, I'll see you again.